So in between week 40 and week 80. Now we trended up very quickly after the halving. Why? Because it's liquidity injection from COVID versus something a little bit more gradual like 2016, 2017. But I digress. If we talk about just pure statistics from halving to 40 weeks after, you're looking at a nice 5x. And then we had a muted, Q4 in 2021. Okay, so either way it goes, DCAing out the market is an idea to really consider. Why? Because you're not going to get the most gain as if you sell everything at once, but you become a smarter investor because that's the foolish thing to do in the first place. You're hedging yourself for, hey, what if this area is where we start to max out? So it's nice to have a DCA out schedule, and we talk about how to do that in the vault. But the cool thing about this is now let's understand dynamics. Let's say you took profits because, like I said, we want to put multiple cycles together. So, like, we want to, cycle one, we got to kill it, right? So, cycle one, for example, cycle two, like, imagine this is you being able to compound your crypto multiple cycles. Cycle two, for example. So, cycle two, because this is how you make it to that aspect of wealth where it's just like, you know what, I don't have to stress about how I'm gonna pay this stuff. Like, I think that's one of the best feelings is not having to worry about how things get paid. It's not a, maybe for you it may be like, oh man, I gotta have X amount in my just so I can visually see in my account. What I've learned with that through the years is that feeling goes away pretty fast. So, but with that being said, multiple cycles is how you get to wealth, but then preserve your wealth. So imagine, and let's say you don't even get the full move, cut it in half. So maybe you got that 25x here, and then a 15x here, and then a double here. What does that do? So you go from 10,000, give or take, to 100,000 to million, maybe 1.5, whatever. But from $10,000 in the standpoint of doing that in 10 years or less. And it's just by deploying some very simple, and I just gave you guys some bare bones basics, but I'm trying to make it make sense, you know what I'm saying, of why you want to stick around, not just one cycle and call it quits. Like, you got to come back for more, and I'm definitely here for more. So, but for example, this is the key.